Welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions. You tune in a bit of a different type of show. Welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you've tuned in a bit of a different type of show. Our goal in our show is to shine on American open wounds, showcase those urgently attempting to stop the bleeding, and hopefully inspire some folks to unlock opportunities to do the same. Hi, I'm Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you tune into a bit of a different type of show. My goal on the show is to shine a light on American open wounds, showcase those urgently attempting to stop the bleeding, and hopefully inspire some folks to undercover opportunities to do the same. You can shoot me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA.
Life is hard, but finding a really great podcast makes the days go by so much easier. Hi, my name is Blue Telusma. I'm a writer, an emotional intelligence coach, and the host of Humanize with Blue Telusma, a podcast where we believe that when you humanize everyone in the room, a great conversation is almost guaranteed. Join us every week here on Electricast as me and my guest co-hosts unpack big topics and interview even bigger personalities with a sense of humor and a dash of mischief. If you're looking for a new best friend in your head, we've got you covered. Electricast.
You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we have another amazing week, another show that's in store for you. I like to start off the topic with the good old car shopping. I had a car accident at not my fault, and I am still in the market to buy a car, and it's just not fun, like in a sense of, you know, when you're forced to buy something which you don't want to, but then you have to because, you need to, get out of, the rental or public transport. It's just, it's not something that I want anyone to go through because it's not fun. It puts you in a crazy headspace, where you're just kind of like, what do I get, what type of car? Like you're dealing with all the leeches or the people, the car dealers, and I just and then, you go to the auction, and then you're hoping that the car's going to be good. So it's like, damn if you do, and you're damn if you don't. What are the car brands the best quality? So according to various consumer reports and surveys, some brands have consistency or consistently perform well in terms reliable, include Toyota, Lexus, Honda, Mazda, and Subaru. These brands often prioritize quality engineering and manufacturing, resulting in vehicles to tend to have few issues over a period of time, which is true. That is very, 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 very true. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com, drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com, drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. We're talking about what is the best car to purchase, or what's the best car, what's good, depending on what you like, what's your preference, what do you like, what you don't like, in a sense of it all depending on your preference and obviously your budget, which actually sucks because, nothing's worse. You have to watch your money. What's the top number one car in the world? Best cars in the world, number one, which is the Rolls Royce. Yeah, only at 28 million. You got the Bugatti. You got the Mercedes, you got Lamborghinis. Oh boy, these are just like top of the line. What's the car? Which car is number one in America? The the Ford F-Series maintained its spot in best-selling vehicle in America for over 4 decades straight. Of the 2 million cars that Ford sold last year, nearly 40% were F-Series, while the automakers have a cutback electric vehicles, which is the EV, plans for 2024. Sales of EV models has increased over 18%. So, it all depends. What is the one most popular car? The Ford Series, as I was saying earlier, the Ford Series 150 offers the best attributes to modern pickup power, efficiency, comfort, and capability, and add a huge range of configurations and options that they've got. Best-selling vehicles for America 2023. What car has the least problems? The most reliable brand, the Lexus. The reliability rating is 98%. The total reliability of Toyota, which is 97%. You've got the Mini, which is 97%. You've got Suzuki, which is 96%. You've got Mitsubishi, which is 96%. Hyundai, which is 95%. You've got Hyundai, which is 94%. And then you've got the Kia, which is at 93%. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email at theblog.sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about what's the best cars to get, or what's the best car to purchase. Talking about, the value, reliability. What's the top 3 brands? The top 3 US brands assembled and distributed by leading manufacturers in US market. So the Ford Motor Company, the Toyota Motor Company, and the General Motors. These are 4 quarters of the 2023. GM's largest segment of sales was as such. What's the best make of car? Tesla. So number 1, which you got Subaru. Number 2, you got Tesla. Then you got number 3, which is Kia. Then you got 4 is Porsche, and then you got 5 is Citroen. Porsche is my favorite car. That's my favorite car in the world. I love the Porsches. Drop me an email, theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsaratalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. We're talking about what's the best cars to purchase, or what's the best car out there in today's world. Which car is the best in low price? You got low budget cars, or depending on what you're after. What car is 100% made in USA? You've got here which several automakers can start making cars in America. You won't find any vehicles on the market that is 100% 100 made. Today, manufacturers outsource their cars to productions. So brands with American origins now make their cars in other countries, and foreign brand outsource some productions in America. Well, that's good, but hey, we already knew that. What is America's most loved car? You got the Ford Mustang, which is number one. You got number two, which is the Toyota Camry. Then you got three, the Chevrolet. You got number four, which is a Honda. Then you got number five, is Honda as well. Okay, four and five. Then you got number six, which is the Toyota, or six and seven is Toyota. So yeah, it all really, really, really depends, on your budget, what your, do you want a two-door? Do you want a four-door? Do you want an SUV? It all depends. It really, really, which car has the best quality? You know what I mean? That goes a long way too. So you've got Lexus, Toyota, the Buick, the Chevrolet, Mini, the Porsche, Mazda, and Kia. So yeah, what cars breaks down the least? The reports found that Lexus and Toyota makes most reliable cars, while Jeep and Mercedes-Benz make one of the most that you can depend on lease. Okay, but ranking reflects on the average of each car manufacturer that builds. So it all depends. It all depends. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. What are the best cars, or what's the best value cars? You got city cars, which is the Fiat 500. You got the super minis. Small electric cars. You got small SUVs and small family cars like Skoda, Scala, and then you got family cars, which is the Nissan. So it all depends what you're after, what you're into, what's your preferences, what's cost effective, all that good stuff. It all depends from one person to another. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my social, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about the good old cars, depending on what you're after, what you're into. I'm in the market to get one or to purchase one, which I am just not interested in buying a vehicle. I'm just don't want one. Like, I need one, but I just don't care because it's just bullshit. Like, what's the point buying a new car when you got some dickhead out there in the world, especially in LA, where they're all about self-entitlement attitude, where, it's like, what's the point buying a new car because you're going to have some idiot out there that's just going to ruin it for you. You know what I mean? My favorite car is a Porsche. It's super expensive, but hey, just how it is. Good taste, expensive taste. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can drop me an email, the blog, sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, I would like to know, is there such thing as a good neighbor? Is there such a good thing as a good neighbor or good neighbors? I don't know what it is in LA. This city just has the worst, like the rudest and the shittest people on the planet. Like, they're all about me. And I'm just sitting back going, situation with all my neighbors, from barking dogs, neighbors looking like they don't say hello, they're just rude stares, and I'm not afraid to say it how it is. And I had one neighbor where she threw it back at me saying, I don't know what mood I'm in. I go, honey, you've heard of don't stare, it's actually rude. And I just know I have just lost all faith in people. People are just shit. What is a good neighbor? Qualities of a good neighbor: friendliness, active care, friendliness to show that you respect those who live around you, simple waving a hello to neighbors outside or having a quick conversation with them, checking in mail is a polite first step to being a good neighbor. Yeah, not in LA. LA are just them motherfuckers are just shit, these people. I hate these LA. I hate these Californians, period. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock@sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we're talking about the good old neighbors. Is there such thing as a good neighbor? How can I be a good neighbor? I know I'm a good neighbor because I make sure the place is clean and kept clean. It's like, follow the tips below, or follow some tips, how to become a good neighbor. There's no such thing as good neighbors in America. There's no good people in this country at all. I've just seen the shit and the worst of everything. They say take your garbage out, clean up your yard, be safe in your house, shovel your driveway, park where you should park, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like, what qualities make a good neighbor? Well, not in this damn city, not in this building, because I'm living with a bunch of fucking low-hanging fruits in that sense. They're just full of shit. They shit breeds shit, man. Good neighbors are friendly. Friendly neighbors are kind to current neighbors and welcoming new ones. Good neighbors are helpful. Helpful neighbors are always there to lend a hand. Good neighbors are trusting. Good neighbors are respectful. Good neighbors are considerate of noise. Yeah, good neighbors considerate of noise. Yeah, that is so funny. It's unheard of, especially where I live. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You are listening to the one and only, the best radio station in the nation, which is The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about neighbors. What makes a good neighbor? What's the good neighbor rule? It stems from an EPA's interpretation that law known as a good neighbor provision of Clean Air Act, which requires upward states to reduce emission that affects the air quality of downward states. And I'm like, okay, what must a good neighbor be? Oh boy, good neighbors are considerate, tolerant, understanding in others and their different lifestyle. And they help build successful communities despite this. There are different behaviors that can cause problem for neighbors that some may be serious to others, which that's everything, because I'm living in a shit apartment, which is LA Apartments. I've been dealing with lady where they took me to court and where they cashed in my check, and now that I'm appealing my case. So as you can imagine, I am not in a good headspace because I'm supposed to look for a new car. I'm supposed to, look for a new place to live, but it's just a lot. It's a lot to take on board. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at the blog sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblock sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. We're discussing about what makes a good neighbor, and unfortunately, I don't have good neighbors. My neighbors are absolutely fucking shit. There's no way around it. I've done so many nice things and these fuckers have done nothing for me. Like in a sense of, I know I'm in the wrong neighborhood. I know that these assholes, they drink, they're actually high all the time. And, it's exhausting because it's like, I'm a good person, but at the same time, when you're surrounded by shit, it's hard to be around those kind of people because they are just shit. Like neighbors supposed to be nice and friendly and helpful and help each other out. Unfortunately, in LA, that's non-existent. You don't hear it, you don't know about it. It's you know what I mean? It's like, I like the question, why is it important? You know what I mean? Why are good neighbors important? Research shows that sharing a connection with people living near you can help reduce depression, improve mental clarity, create more positivity outlook on life. Neighbors also provide a practical support system during both joyful and difficult times. Yeah, neighbors, good neighbors. What's good neighbors? There is no good neighbors. I just can't get over it because they're just fucking full of shit. You know what I mean? I just can't be bothered. I've given up. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblocksarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. What makes a good neighbor? The strategy. I love this. This makes me laugh. You know what I mean? What makes a good neighbor? Respect each other's privacy, informing your neighbors beforehand if you're planning to beforehand if you're planning to do any noisy activities such as hosting a party or DUI or DIU, whatever you want to call it. Appropriate finish time is an agreed time. Try to avoid doing noisy DIU work such as drilling after 9 p.m. as it's likely cause annoyance. That's just, that's how to strengthen, neighborly. Yeah, right. 7 ways to establish a good neighbor relationship. Introduce yourself, be friendly and approachable, practice good communication, be respectful and considerate, participate in activities, offer assistance and support, be respectful, a responsible neighbor. That's so funny. This is definitely not made for Americans because these Americans are just selfish motherfuckers. Period. Selfish. That's just how they are. All about me. I wish they just fucking full of shit. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, talking about good old neighbors, there's no such thing as good neighbors in this country. LA, the people are just full of fucking shit. They are just the shit, and I'm dying to get out of this damn hellhole because it is a hellhole. It's disgusting. I don't talk to them. I don't want nothing to do with them. I just hate them because they're just full of shit. They're inconsiderate. They don't give a damn about what your thoughts are as long as you do something for them. I love, as we all know in the Bible, as it said, love your neighbor as yourself. Oh, that's a load of bullshit. Matthew 22:39. Remind us of second commandment. Love your neighbor as yourself. Here, Jesus tells his people that there's next greatest responsibility is love thy neighbor and dearly as they love themselves. Well, that doesn't apply in LA at all. Does not apply at all. LA neighbors or LA people are just shit. There's just no way around it. They're the most rudest, inconsiderate, self-entitled motherfuckers. And I don't know how they think that they're cool, but they're not. Trust me. Try living next to just losers day in, day out, from the noise to the smell to the dirtiness to the messiness. Is disgusting. listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog, sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Talking about the good old neighbours. Do you have good neighbours? Is there such thing as good neighbours? Because in LA people are just shit. There's no way around it. It's just, I just sit back and I look at them, they're just dirty. You know what I mean? Dirty and just rude motherfuckers. There's just no way around it. And I just sit back and I just look and I just think this is just a joke, in a sense of it's just unbelievable. I just don't know anymore, and it's exhausting and it's frustrating, where I just want to get out of this apartment. I just want to get a car. I just want to be able to move, don't have to worry about things, in a sense of just, oh, it's just annoying. It is just annoying. It's just annoying, and it's just annoying. I just don't know anymore, in a sense of just trying to stay on top of things and just trying to keep it together. But I'm ready to rip people's heads off, as such. So it's just crazy, guys. Crazy out there. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog, sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. Guys, we're talking about good neighbours. There is no such thing as good neighbours. I'm just having a hard time just in life in general. Good neighbours understand the importance of practical help, always willing to lend a hand when they can, whether it's keeping an eye on the house where they're away, shoveling snow from their driveway, lending your tool when you need it. They are always looking for ways to contribute it. Unfortunately, my neighbours are just shit neighbours. I don't talk to them. I don't want nothing to do with them. They're just all losers, and that's just how they are. They're just all about me, and it's exhausting. It is so fucking exhausting being around them. Oh, I just want to get out of this apartment and just start fresh. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about the good, like as I said, there's no such thing as good neighbours. I just know there isn't. There is just not. Just going through a lot of, just a lot of heavy things, as such. And it's just, there's no point. There's no point in trying, in a sense of like, as you can tell, I am just not happy. What's going on in my craziness of my life. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's really taking a lot out of me. When I say it's taking a lot out of me, it is taking a lot out of me, because I'm just dealing with just a lot of inconsiderate, selfish motherfuckers. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblogsarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, what is the best happy hour do you like to go to? I went to this amazing place yesterday. And it was just yum in a sense of good, like a good happy hour, which, it all depends, like where you are, what you're into, what, the best happy hours. It all depends where you want to go, all that good stuff. It's just all depends. We all have preferences. Like a happy hour is a happy hour. You're hoping, to good rates, good service, good food, good this, but there's sometimes it's just people are just shit as such. But it all depends. All depends where you want to go, who you're with, who you meet, who you talk to, all that good stuff. I like to talk to everyone. Everyone loves to talk to me. I just feel like I look around and I just thought there's just a lot of people that are just shit. The quality of people in LA are just like low-hanging fruits. When I say low-hanging fruits, they are low-hanging fruits, man. That's just an LA thing. Just they've got this grunginess about them. Ooh, just the normal everyday people. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email at theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email at theblog, drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about the best happy hours in the area, or depending on your preferences. It all depends of your budget, where you are in LA and all that good stuff. I love good happy hour. I'm all about the happy hour. I don't know what it is with me, but I just love it as such. So, the best happy hours, near me, I'm looking at it because I know they've changed their names and their brands and all that kind of good stuff. And it all depends. Like, I like how they got the late one, which is, depending on where you are and what you do. But I'm at the same time, I'm just like good quality. I want good quality people, good quality food. I took myself yesterday to a cute little place, which I like it. The girl remembered me. Well, I remembered her and she remembered me, which was absolutely lovely. And I'm all about good service because, and I suck at actually trying to pronounce some of these names. But hey, it's really, really good. Calaviz, which is where's the one that I went to? Calaviz. Oh, there's one. They've got a whole heap of locations, which I'm actually quite surprised because I was taken back because I thought it was like a good stumble in a sense of like the one I go to is in West LA, which is absolutely lovely. in a sense of, it's pretty good. Calavia, they're on Pico Boulevard, which I really, really like. They got on brunch on weekends, which is bottomless mimosas. And then they've got daily specials, which is like Margarita Mondays. And they've got Taco Tuesday with a taco bar and DJ. And then they got Moscow Wednesday. And then they got Thirsty Thursdays. So it all depends, what you really like, what you're into, all that kind of good stuff. Me, I just need a good company and a good drink. That's how I look at You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblock, sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, we're talking about the good old happy hour. What's the good happy hour? As such, where I am all about the good happy hours, just to kind of blow off some steam, just to kind of, just change, the environment, change the setting, change all the craziness that's going on. And this amazing server, which I absolutely adore her. She is awesome, and I am going to write an amazing review about her because they need more people like her. I love it when you have a good server, or I love it when you have a good person. They love what they do, or they just do it naturally, and there's no expectation. They're just easygoing, and I am pleased to actually come across, to find that she is an amazing server, and we had good laughs, we have good talks. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Thank you, Calabas, which is in West LA. She is an amazing person, the lady that served me, and I adore her a lot. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblock, sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, we can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we're talking about good old happy hours, which is a good place for the happy hours, depending where you are, where you live, all the good stuff. What are the best, happy hours, in the crazy la la land, depending on your preferences, what where you're at, what you're doing, all that good stuff. I found this amazing girl, or amazing lady, Calavis, in West LA. She's just adorable. We were talking, we were laughing. I wish I could, I know she was working. I wish I could give her a few shots, but hey, she was doing her good job. It just takes time, in a sense of just finding a good place where you can just be yourself or let your hair down and just, knock off some steam or knock off, whatever's going crazy in the world. You're listening to Sarah Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at the blog sarahtalks.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. Guys, another week, another show, another crazy week living in La La Land. I encourage everyone just to be careful, look after themselves, just stay on top of it, high vibrations, all that good stuff. You're listening to Miss Sarah B, and I'm your host. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the best digital radio station in the nation, the Block 105 Radio. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA.
Everyone has heard about the U.S. space program, but what is actually going on at NASA? Get the real story in 4 minutes or less with the NASA Daily Podcast from Electricast. Join astronauts and researchers as they conduct groundbreaking experiments, work on the International Space Station, and reach for the stars. NASA Daily, your cosmic update.
Electricast. Hi, I'm Geraldine Glass, and I'm excited to share a new healing music offering, an extended version song called Joy Reboot, a unique fusion of pop, classic, rap, soundscapes, and funk to inspire collaboration and bring unity through sound. For us, Joy Reboot is music medicine, out now with Electricast Records.